Hey everybody, this is Captain Frank, and we are just going to jump right into things today because we need to let everybody know about something that has actually happened. Some of you may have actually read in some of the chat rooms, you may have heard about this in different places, but Yamaha has issued a safety recall for several of the 2021 and 2022 Waverunner models. So I'm going to start off by talking about what the issue is, what the problem is that they have to fix. I'll then go into talking about what models are affected, and then of course what do you need to do if you actually own one of those models. But let's start with the problem. The problem is they discovered that sometimes when people put fuel in the ski, I guess they're a little aggressive with putting the fuel nozzle into the filler, and it sometimes causes some damage, which could then cause fuel to leak into the engine compartment. And of course, having fumes or fuel in the engine compartment, definitely not a good thing. That can actually lead to a dangerous situation. So that's why this is considered a safety recall, because it literally could lead to a dangerous situation. So what Yamaha is doing is, as far as the recall is concerned, is they are replacing the parts that are subject to damage so that this can't happen once the fix is done. So I don't know if anything has happened as a result. What I do know is that as part of the recall, Yamaha has requested that if a dealer has one of these models on their floor, because some of these are 2022 models, if a dealer has one of these models on their floor, Yamaha is asking them to not deliver that model to the customer until the fix is made. I've also heard, and actually I'm aware, it's not heard, but I've been able to confirm that as part of the recall, Yamaha is also asking anybody who has one of these skis to not ride it until this issue has been fixed. So, you know, it could be one of those CYA things. That might be why they're doing that, or it could be more. I honestly don't know. Like I said, I don't know if any events have occurred as a result of this. I do know that Yamaha will be sending notices out to all the owners on record for the models that are affected. So if you do have one of these, I would expect that you're going to be getting a notice from Yamaha. Now, of course, if you ended up buying one from a third party, you know, you bought one from somebody who previously bought it from a dealer, they may not know that you own it. So keep that in mind. But if you purchased it from a dealer, you should be getting a notice regarding this. Now, let's talk about the models that are affected, because there are actually several of them. So here we go. First of all, the 2021 and 2022 FX Cruiser HO. So those are affected. The 2021 and 2022 FX SVHO, this includes the limited version and also includes the cruiser version. The 2021 and 2022 GP1800 RHO is affected. 2021 and 2022 GP1800R SVHO. 2021 and 2022 VX, VX Limited, VX Deluxe, and VX Cruiser. 2021 and 2022 VX Limited HO, VX Cruiser HO, and the 2021 and 2022 VXC. Now, it doesn't automatically mean that if you have one of these models that your model is definitely affected, but there definitely are models. These are the models that are affected. It's possible that yours could be in a batch that was created that for some reason has a different part. But it does mean that it's very possible, highly possible, that your machine is affected by this recall. Now, what do you do if you have one of these machines? The last thing I would do is hook your machine up to your vehicle and drag it down to your dealer right away and say, oh my gosh, I got to get this fixed. The dealers are just getting the parts now to do the repair. So not all dealers will have the parts yet. So I would contact your dealer and ask them, first of all, if your machine is affected, because they can actually look up the VIN number and tell you whether or not it's affected. And if it is affected, then of course they can let you know how quickly they can go about fixing it. If they don't have the parts, then obviously they can't fix it now. If they do have the parts, several of them may already be spoken for. They may already have several skis on the list to be repaired. So if you do have one of these, again, don't just go rushing out there and saying, hey, I got to get this fixed now. Contact the dealer, find out what their plan is, find out if they have the parts, find out how long it's going to be before they can get to your machine. But good luck to everybody on this. This is not something that we want to hear about our machine being affected by a recall, especially a safety recall. But it is what it is. It does happen from time to time. And the first thing as far as getting it done is being aware of it. So I would expect that if you own one, you should be getting the notices soon. Dealers have already gotten the notices. They're in the process of getting the parts. So my best guess, and again, this is just a guess on my part, but my best guess is that Yamaha will be sending notices out to the owners pretty soon. So just be looking out for that. Good luck to everybody. Stay safe. And if I do hear anything else regarding this, I will definitely let y'all know.